Good morning. I'm continuing my idea today. This is where we got yesterday, right? Made some progress. But it's still got some ways to go, I think. Honestly, I think to start, value's way too big. My scale is growing too quickly. I think that's one of the main areas that I've had some time to think about. That my scale's growing too quickly. I don't have opacity for my new drawings. And then the last thing, as far as problems that I have with where it's at. Hey, welcome in, Paige. Hope you're doing well. Is that the drawings don't linger for long enough. So I want to make them less impactful and last longer. That way, when I do a simple tap like that, it's not just everything is different now. For this, I want to have a lot more fine motor control over this whole thing. I'm doing pretty good, actually. I've been tossed a pretty solid pre-made playlist, I guess. And it's been a good time. Wait, no, I broke it. The playlist is gone. So we'll see where it goes from here, I guess. I was having a very jazz morning and I forgot to save the playlist. Well, you know what? It is what it is. I have had a time and a half. Keep forgetting you have homework that's due on Wednesday. Paige, do your homework. This isn't like you. Is it a difficult assignment or something pretty relatively simple? Almost done with hat? Nice. I didn't know you were making a new hat. Welcome in, Sleepy. Sleepy hands. Okay. You know, I love Eliminate, right? But I'm having a jazz kind of day, and honestly, I really wish that my jazz kind of day playlist didn't go away. We're gonna switch. We're gonna switch directions because I just can't. I can't right now. I was having a great time. What's my vibe for the day? according to the internet. My day list looking. Dang, I haven't listened to my day list in a while. I love that. My day list right now is a rowdy doof Monday night. I don't even know what most of those words mean, but I think we jump into it. How doof, I guess that's a genre? I love it. I don't even know what this means. The description? You listened to hyphy and football on Monday nights. Here's some rowdy 180 BPM, boogie baseline 170 BPM, and running. Sign me up. I love that so much. Okay, I guess we jump right into it. So where we left off, this is what we have so far, right? I have some really intense stuff going on in here, but general concept, I have a Microsoft controller here, and that's going to be running control for this visual. And then we've got shapes over here, and those shapes are effectively like the stylus. I'll be controlling its location along a grid and drawn with it, right? Where I want to start is I realized that I can't do radial, excuse me, I can't do radial mirroring the way I want it to. Snoop Doggity Dog, Snoopy Doggy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's his name. Pre-calc math, nothing much. Okay, so you're probably fine to be like late. I'm putting up bunny ears. Looking at the math, and it's all just left my brain. Luckily, I was smart on Friday and brought home the booklet on how to do the math. Nice. That's the strat, because math never makes sense if you don't like do it in the moment. As soon as you look back at it, it's like, what is this? What is this, sorcery? Anyhow, so here's my challenge. I can't fit this yet. I need to add things. And I think it's appropriate that it would get added inside of this little container, because it's technically gonna affect the stylus, I think. Is that right? No, that's not right. Nope, I'm wrong. Okay, that changes things. That means I can't use this fit here. That has to be square. What's the resolution for this? That's not nearly enough. So here's what I'm gonna do instead. I'm gonna make this parent 2 dot width, and I'm gonna do the same thing for the height. So just a bigger square. And then I'm thinking I put a container here. And here's what I need to do. I'm gonna put a transform. One, two, three, four, five. Okay, so that's 6. Let's make 2 more. Oof, the math on this one's gonna hurt, but I think it'll be okay in the long haul. But then we're gonna comp this. And add them all together. You look, oh, I read that already. Okay, so right now, there's no transform anything going on, which is good. And the rotation that I want to do is okay. So it's going to be, actually, I should probably do this outside of, let's pop open paint and go from there. The screen's going to be bright white, just as a heads up. We're going to do this a little slowly, right? Just so everyone knows what's coming. All right, all right. Boom. That wasn't too bad, right? All right, so here's what I want to have happen, right? I've got this box. I want to be able to draw here, and I want to be able to choose how much mirror I've got going on. So let's say if I wanted a quad mirror, right? Then the mirror would create the same shape here, here, and here, right? But if I wanted like a mirror of 6, I want it to create it here, 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 here. You get the point, right? Radial. So I want to be able to just split up the box into a certain amount of shapes and recreate it in each quadrant. Feel free to assume that this is symmetrical. That being said, the rotation for each quadrant has to change depending on how many quadrants I want. So this will be a 4. This will be a 6. All right. And so in all of these, the rotation parameter will be not quite 360. It'll be whatever. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it math. So it'll be 360 minus n right? So this number will right. Okay, so it'll be 360 times, or sorry, 360 minus 360 in minus 1. Is that right? No. 360 over n minus 1. I believe. So that would give me, say I have a quadrant of 4, I should get 270 out of this. So if I do 360 over, what is that, 3? That's not going to give me 270. $360 minus, remember to calculate for mitochondria, which is the powerhouse of the cell. What am I missing here? There's some math that I'm missing here. Does that give me, what is that? 360 over 3 is 120. Yeah, no, that's not right. Why does there have to be a sentence question, like one where I have to write a sentence answer and give an example? It's math. I'm with you on that one. It shouldn't be a sentence. Frankly, I think where we went wrong as a society with math is when we started looking for X. Honestly, let it go. As a society, honestly, let it go. So you know what, Paige? I'm with you on this. Everything that you're doing right now is late stage chasing X's. What am I doing wrong with this? How do I get 270 out of this? I think I need to divide this by n. Oh, it's just 360 minus 360 over n. That gives me 270. Okay, so then what I want to have happen is, you know what? The answer key gives me word answers, but not example ones. So I'm gonna just skip it and hope I can ask questions on Wednesday before handing it in. Paige, I can't endorse that. Give it a try. Well, actually, I mean, it's 10:20. Give it a try tomorrow when you're like more conscious. Okay, so I've got basic structure for the math part, right? Every single one of my transforms is going to have this equation in its rotation parameter. But then what I need to happen is I need every transform with a digit higher than n minus 1, I believe. No, with every transform with a digit higher than n, I need to just bypass. No. It's sleepy for or sorry, it's, oh my goodness. I am sleepy. Yes, this much is true, but it's 10:20 for Paige. Wait. Sorry for the quick panic. I hope that didn't stress you out too much. All right. So, you know what though? Let's start with oh, okay, so I just realized actually that oh, you know what I can do? I can make a constant here that'll be in. Right, this value we'll say it's in, right? We'll say it's 4. We'll still make that same equation, right? So 360 minus 360 over n, which is OP constant 1, index 0, right? 270, fantastic. Wait a second. Oh, no, because it needs to change more. Where do I put the digits in? If this is going to be 2, its rotation needs to be 90. How do I get 90 from 2? Out of 270. Like, it only has to work once. So with n equals 4, right, I've got how to solve for this one, but I still need to solve for 180, and I need to solve for 90, and I need that to be based off of the digit. So somehow 1, 2, 3, and 4 need to go into this equation somehow. I don't know how to do that. I could... Because I need, for quadrant 1, there's actually, I don't need to solve for quadrant 1. Quadrant 1 is always just going to exist. So I only need to solve for quadrant 2 and 3 and 4, or whatever n is. I need to solve for n number of quadrants. How can I get 90 with this equation? Right, so I'm solving for how many values there are. I need to throw a 2 in here somewhere. If this is a 2, was that 8? Okay, alternatively, if I'm not solving for 4 and I just go 1 at a time, I could do 360 over n, which is 360 over n of 4 would give me 90. No, that's not right. Because that doesn't track. Okay, so I am going to be multiplying. I am going to be doing this part, right? 360 over n is always going to need to be a thing. But then I can multiply that whole thing by the digit. Or digit minus 1. I'm sorry, my brain hurty. I'm not going to be solving for 270. I'm going to be solving for 90 here. Wait, no, I'm not technically solving for 90 as a part of an equation. I'm going to be solving for, let's say, our rotation of given index. Okay. Where does that put me for an n of 6? All right, so 360 over n of 6 gives me a value of 60, which would be the first rotation. So I think that's right. And if I just multiply this by the quadrant, or the digits, minus 1, I think that works. Yeah, okay. All right, yeah, we've got our equation. My Google Doc while I was mid-typing just told me something went wrong and I have to refresh. How rude. I mean, thank goodness Google autosaves, because I mean, that being said, I have never had that challenge, but if I were to have that challenge with like Word, for example, and it was just like, Ayo, it's time to restart, I would quit. I would give up. I would simply give up. So shout out Google for that one. But that being said, I think we have our equation. Right, so it's going to be 360 over n times 360 over our constant times index minus 1, or me.digits minus 1. So let's do that. Okay, so times me.digits minus 1. That should give me 90. Okay, so then I take this equation and I put it in all of these. We got 90, 180, 270, 360, 450, 630, so on and so forth. And then what I need to happen is I need anything with a rotation higher than 360 to be. Have a lovely night, Sleepy. Thanks for hanging out while you hung out. That's why I like Google so much, because it auto-saves as well. I can easily access the history and other stuff. I much prefer Google Docs over Word. Yeah, honestly, Google Docs are way better. And like, granted, there's obviously, you know, the security concern of using anything Google, but like, they know your stuff anyway, so you might as well take the convenience factor. It's more often than not worth it. Okay, so I need to find some Python code that's going to bypass all of these. I don't really know what that would be. What I could do is I could populate a table. Is there a top execute? No, that wouldn't make sense. They already know my search history. Might as well allow them to see why I'm looking up certain things, like if a bat can knock someone unconscious for a long time. Yeah, probably. Though also, huh? Well, I figured a bat. Though, granted, for a second, I was like, yeah, it's Paige. Could be a bat the animal. But then I was like, no, that's crows. And so I landed on baseball bat. Okay, so I have, if I use a chop with more constants, and I make a bunch of channels. Suppose I would need 7. And then I would take the rotation parameter. Let's say rot1. Rot2, rot3, rot4, rot5, rot6, rot7. Up, transform to dot par dot rot dot rotate. And then I do the same thing for all of these. Then I go through and I just change that. I wonder if I can grab the digits of a parameter. I probably can. That would be the easiest way to do that. Context is I was trying to figure out how to have one of my OCs pass out for a situation, but according to Google, most ways for a hit to the head to make someone pass out for a lot longer than a few seconds requires some sort of brain damage. So I had to find a way to not include the brain damage part. Well, yeah, but I mean, technically a concussion is brain damage. That being said, that might have too much concise force to have a controllable minor concussion that results in unconsciousness. So maybe just go for a wider object. I'm so kind to my OCs, lol. Recent thought I had was if my characters could meet me, they would either have so many questions or try to kill me for knowing I'm the one giving them all their pain. Maybe both, you know? Like they'd be like, I have questions and then I have something to do. It's definitely possible. Digits of an ops name from its parameters. That's not right. I want the digits of a par. Can I? Okay, let's try that. If I try... Let's take this out and say me dot par dot value 0 dot digits. There's no way that works. Right. Okay. Thought so. Okay. Hey, it's worth a shot. Set the path variable parameter of any parent component and use me.var name in the same way. I have no idea what that means. Okay, so didn't work out the way I wanted it to. It's fine. We'll just continue. Did get my suggestion about OSC? No, I did not. Good morning, by the way. Welcome in, Butch. One instantly comes to mind of not wanting to give me a chance and just straight up wants to kill if it fits their personality perfectly. You know, sometimes we make characters that hate us, and that's okay. What are we thinking? It looks like all your settings are correct. I'm gonna bet it's because I have another OSC in somewhere in the project that's already listening on that exact same port, or you've got another TOE file open somewhere that's hijacking that port, so it doesn't work there. Maybe try 50,002 on both if that's the case. I have that problem all the time, so I tried that too. But thank you. Great suggestion. So I restarted the computer, opened a new TOE file, and tried it like from blank, and it didn't work. I don't know what's going on. I've dedicated so much of my time in the last week trying to figure out what the heck is going wrong with with everything that I've built. And yeah, no other I know that's bad. I'm aware that that's bad. But like it's not, I don't know. But yeah, this is my only TOE file that I have open right now, and I tried it with a non-this file. Right? It shouldn't happen. But also, I was thinking about like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, when I tried to use ZigSim for the first time. And while it should have been receiving OSC from ZigSim, it just didn't. I kind of feel like whatever was happening at that time is also happening now. Make a constant. Okay, I'm making a constant. Make an OSC out. Okay. Make an OSC in. Done and done. Right? Yeah, I'm glad that I'm glad that it's still not working, because right at this point there should be absolutely nothing stopping it from working. Like, this should just work. So I don't know. I don't know. My brain hurts. There's no OSCN anywhere else in this project. There shouldn't be. I can't remember if I deleted it again. Yeah, no. There's only one OSC in this project, and it's this one. I lost it. Here? There. That's the only one in this entire project. And Resolume's not open, so there's no OSC polling on this network port anywhere on my computer. I want to try port 43210 on both. 43210. 43210. Song name, please. I can't read it. Got you covered. I'm glad you have your priorities in line. But right, like, that should just work. So, I don't know. Okay, so what I'm trying to do right now is on value change, I want to have all of these values populate into this table. I don't really know how to do that. There actually, now that I'm thinking about it, there we go. All right, never mind. That's probably easier. And then, oh, is it really that easy? Wait, so would that work with a pinned? Because wouldn't that like pin it to the bottom of a given table? I mean, I'm gonna try it. So that would work with like a FIFO then, I guess. So let's do that with a FIFO. I want to change. Well, all of these values would change when any of them change. And so I want to change the value and have that eventually control whether or not these transforms are bypassed. That's my end goal. Yeah, no, I thought about the chop to table after the fact. But yeah, a chop to table would definitely work. And then for every, no, that's not right. Dat execute. Okay, so for every value below 360, I want a value next to it to be bypass or not, maybe? I don't know. I'm sure there's a simple way to do this. But essentially, if there's so these values in the chop to 1 are going to correspond to these transforms from 2 through 8. And if the value is above is 360 or above, I want it to instantly bypass. And when that changes, if it goes below 360, I want it to unbypass. That's pretty much it. Dat execute shouldn't be plugged in. Good to know. I guess it would be a column change. Or no, it would just be a table change. So on table change? That doesn't seem right. You can just do this with a chop execute, I think. Really? Oh, okay, so we're back to chop executes. Oh yeah, no, I guess that would make a lot more sense. I don't really need to go through making it into a table if I can just say for channel 0 transform me.digits plus 2 bypass. Gigabrain, okay. Wait, no, I still don't know how to... No, that would be fine, because I don't need to get the digits of the channel name. I just need the channel number and the digits of the transform, which are always going to be plus 2. Okay, yeah, no, you're right. Now, how do I do that? The logic is, it makes sense. It's all there. I have become the limiting factor. ChatGPT, what's good? What's first, I guess, if a value has changed. Oh, yeah, no, that would be a good start. And then I guess it would just go through all of them. So on value change. Okay, let's do this in order. Get channel. Update transform name with channel +2. Give yourself a text port and let's see what the channels look like. Ignore chat. I should at some point take that out. It's all of my yeah, my goal is to at some point integrate like my own chat box instead of using the one from I don't even know what website I have chat running through. Streamlabs maybe. Anywho, copy and paste this code. Okay. Conveniently enough, my chat's here already, so I can just do that. Print channel. Proceeds to actively not do that though. Okay, so let's change this number. Make sure to enable on change. Yeah. Okay, so it's not getting or rather channel is the value for some reason. Okay, so I need the name. That doesn't make sense. Channel shouldn't be, there's a variable called val that should be, you have no clue what's going on? Oh, bestie, me neither. Don't you worry. You are not alone there. I am confused. Why is channel showing me 90, the value of the channel? Should that not be value? Print them both. Let's print everything. We're printing it all. Okay, so we got 180, 180, and 0. So I am going to need the sample index, but I'm not sure why channel is displaying as 180. That doesn't make sense to me. The channel object which is changed. Like that should be either... I don't know. Sample index might always be 0. That shouldn't be though. Here, let me change another one because I would guess that sample index should match the index of whichever channel is changed. So if I change this one, I should get a sample index of 1. Why not? None of this makes sense. Tempo index is always 0. Okay, it's fine, I'm fine. This doesn't make sense though. That much I know. That much I do know. Channel should definitely be the name of the name of the second channel. Yeah, I don't know. Delete the chop exec, make it a chop to table. Done and done. What's the logic for the transforms again? It should be index plus 2. Or transform and then the digit is index plus 2. Oh, 360 over it. Like, do you mean the logic for like calculating how much rotation to have on each transform? Value is 1 if above 360 and 0 if lower. Well, I'm not super sure about that part. That's mostly concept, but essentially I just want anything 360 or above to be bypassed. I don't actually need a system of zeros and ones. If there's a better way to do that. I remember there's an allow cooking command and some other things, but I also found out that it changes for every different type of or not every, but it changes for most different types of operators. I tried to do the same thing up here, but I kind of failed epically. But somewhere in here... No, somewhere in here. Somewhere in this network, there should be something that says bypass if something. Place a raw data exec, don't plug it in anywhere. Aye, Captain. On cell change, and cell. Cells? Am I still printing? No, I'm not. Okay. Should I attach the chop to the data exec? That seems like, yep. Okay, so let's go in here, change this. Value 450. Hold on, ads, pet. It's still just getting the value, but I do think that it's possible to let's it just does the name of the dat, which is not what I want. That's wild. I feel like I haven't been streaming for that long. Oh, I've been streaming for an hour. That's, I guess, an amount of problematic. I might have to take a super short break once we figure this out. My laundry is downstairs. Okay. So it gave me just the value of the cell that changed. I tried to put dat in, and that gave me the name. You've got a dirty way to solve this? Well, if it works, it works. Also, though, on column change, maybe? I think that would at least give me like a number for where this is. Oh, I have to. Okay. That's a good sign. I got a 3 out of it. Delete the tab and all the XX. Can do. We're going dirty. Six select chops? Oh no. Like really dirty. Yeah, if it works, it works. I take it I'm gonna be selecting index. Seven select jobs. I'll do the one, and then I'll just copy paste once I have the thing, the boxes filled out once. But can do. Hit the play button and select the first channel. The play button? I don't know. My brain just shut down. What words are you saying? Hit the play button and select the first channel. Under channel names. Oh, there we go. Can I just do that? No. Okay, Route 1 it is. Shop exec. Yep, on value change. Okay, value change is on. Values greater than or equal to 360. Up he transform. Actually, let's do enable equals false. That'll probably change. And then we'll do target. Oh, I can't get the name of the chop that it's attached to, can I? Oh wait, me dot par dot chops, maybe? Oh, just chop. I forget how to make a string of multiple things. Wait, no, the up here is the transform, isn't it? That's what I want to change, yeah. So what I was thinking is, if value is greater than or equal to 360, then I could have my target equal to the digit of the select chop, which is now 2, to match this first transform, which is where that 90 is from. Yeah. So I'm making target equal to the transform. I'm just oh, that, yep, yeah, no, yeah, no, yeah. Yeah. You can do that, or just raw code and transform too. But that's not as fun. You're right, though. If it's gonna be dirty, it might as well be dirty the whole way through. Transform to. Put that up on a new line below the if and indent it. Maybe. Else should be unindented. Good to know. Okay, so let's test this out. If I change my constant to 1, it breaks. Invalid syntax. Oh, I'm the problem. That's fine. What line is it? Line 26? Code after needs to be line below and indented. Yep. And then that's only on value change, so we'll change that again. And then change it to 1. That's broken now. Still line 26? Oh, because I defined target inside of, okay. Oh, I have to define, oh, it's foul. Might be allow cooking, maybe. Yeah, no attribute enable. Okay, well, we made it all the way there. Allow cooking. Allow cooking. Didn't break. It broke. This flag can only be disabled for comps. Okay, so allow cooking is only a flag for comps. According to ChatGPT, it's bypass. But that doesn't seem right, if I'm being honest. I'm a little doubtful. That being said, it's only a language model, so... It's not broken. Wait, I guess it would be bypass true. And then bypass false. Oh, wow. Okay, it works. Shout out ChatGPT. The more you know. All right. Route 2. Oh, you know, I could have done that better. Let's do that better. I forgot how to do this. I know I've done it in here. Ch plus string. There we go. There we go. Alright, so if I change this to 4, everything after didn't work. Oh, because I still have to change the this part. And 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, moment of truth. 2. It works. 8. It doesn't undo, actually. That's an amount of problematic, I would imagine. What have I done wrong? My else isn't working. If I set this to 1, then that works. If I set it to 2. Okay, yeah, so none of them unbypass. This could also be me.digits based in the chop exec or the select. Because the chop execs don't have the right digits. I mean, they could. I suppose I probably should also do me.digits minus. Well, no, I guess because that's already in an integer, so that should be fine. I'm not understanding though why it's not unbypassing. Are all execs referencing the right chop? Seems like it. Yeah, yeah, they're all referencing correctly. Let's see the if else. Are all values less than 360? Right now, no. Oh, wait, what? What's going on here? Why is... Oh, okay. It just hadn't updated yet. Wait, did it? It unbypassed. Wait a second. Does it not? Wait a second. Wait a second. Let's set this to 3 and then click this. Okay, so it works. It's just not cooking because it's bypassed. Which means I have to do the calculations outside of the transforms. I hate this. Why do I need it to cook? Well, because it doesn't unbypass unless I like it. I guess I feel like cooking's the right word. But like, so if I set this constant to 4, right? Transform 4 should automatically unbypass, but it's not going to do it until I click it. And then it's like, oh, I'm supposed to be doing things. Same thing if I was to set this to 8. None of these do things until I click them. Just not good. Can I force it to cook? Let them cook. I just need it to be empty, yes. I would imagine, though, that, like, it would be less heavy. So in my head, it would be less heavy if they weren't cooking. I mean, granted, this isn't... There's just a lot of stupid things that I'm doing with this node. I'm trying to minimize how many stupid things with this project. I'm trying to minimize how many stupid things I do that are just like eating up bandwidth. Like this is only going to get more complicated. This is only going to get more complicated. And this is going to stay where it's at, but this is going to be terrible. Okay, so Touch Designer, or sorry, no, not Touch Designer. ChatGPT has an idea. I can if I set something to target bypass false, I can also force it to cook. I'm not sure if I have to do both, but I can like pulse force a frame of cook. Mom just sent me a TikTok telling me to go to sleep. Well, it's time to go to sleep then. I hope you get your math done tomorrow, though. Best wishes to you. Okay, so it's the code is target.cook force equals true. Can I put that into the else? Well, if Mama Page pops in here, I want it to be known this was not on me. But as always, of course, I appreciate anyone who hangs out. So I've said my piece. Okay, so theoretically, once we go through, and so then what's the point of bypassing it if you're still cooking? So this is only when I unbypass it because it's not like waking up. So I only have it in the else section. So theoretically, it should still not cook when it's not supposed to cook. But I don't know. Let's test this out. Right. So if I set this to 1, then 3 through 8 should bypass. Oh, if I set it to 1, all of them bypass. If I set it to 8, it doesn't work. This is goofy. Because it doesn't send the value to the reference table until it cooks. Oh my goodness. So it's not necessarily that it's not unbypassing. It's that it doesn't know that it should unbypass. Like it hasn't even gotten to that part. I think you want that force cook to come from changing the index chop. Yeah, I do. I'm realizing. But the index chop doesn't update until this stops cooking or is like half woken up. So another chop exec doing that force cook. What if instead of... Okay, I could alternatively I could take this command and put it here. So that way it just exists, right? But instead of me.digits, it would have to be because I don't know how to get the digits of a parameter. So I would just do 2, I guess. Or I could do OP. No, that wouldn't help at all because that's still I'd still have to type the same thing in every time. Like the force cook only happens when those values change, but not when you select the index. I'm not sure that I understand. So what was happening was when the transforms are bypassed, I have the new rotation update inside of the transform, but it doesn't do that process until it's unbypassed. So when you click it, it sends the value to the reference table, goes through the chop execs, and then unbypasses it. But it's not doing that first action. So what I'm doing right now instead is just sending the rotation values into the reference table over here instead of calling them from the transforms. And my thought is that it should just work. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, so now what I want to do is still use me.digits, but I want to use it in a different way. So it's going to be OP reference table. And then the index is going to be me.digits minus 2. And then I'll just update that into all of these. And now it should just work. What? Oh, I guess I would never need 8 transforms. Yeah, I would max out at 7. So let's delete this last one. We're never going to need it. Okay. So now we update this to 5. That works. We update it to 7. It works. And to 8. It works. I love it. Okay, now I should actually do the transform. Oh, wait, no. It's automatically doing transforms. So if I make this a lot smaller. There we go. Oh, okay, never mind. I'm missing one. Guess I do need that last one. That's cool, though. On! I like it. And let's undelete that last one. Have I done the math wrong, though? In my head, I shouldn't need... Oh, right, because 8 is actually 7, which means something's off here. So if I make this 2... Right, okay, so somewhere in here is supposed to be a minus sign. I think this should just be -1. Maybe. Or no, this starts with 1. That's where it is. 3, 4, 5, 6. That should still be 2. Wait, is this? Okay, so if I make this 5. There we go. On. Okay, so I'm gonna take a small little break just for my back. I'm gonna run down and get my laundry, and then I'm gonna come up and make this a little bit more controllable. Because essentially, I want to be able to switch on that effect from not on. So it'll just be a simple switch here. And out here. And then I'll make some math for that so that I can just instantly go into radial mirroring. What else am I gonna do? I'm gonna do some other stuff. I'm gonna go get my laundry first though. I will be right back. My clothes were so dry, you have no idea. Okay. Let's get right back into it. Okay. So I have a couple free. Oh my goodness. I have a couple free controls, particularly here. What I think I want to do is have a select of this. A and B. Drop those into the merge. Keep last. Okay, so wait, no, not AB. I want XY. No, I want B. And then I think it's a logic and toggle. Okay. Mirror on. And then I want to I think I want to use the D-pad to do D-pad Y. And then a limit. Quantize value and value step 1. Okay. And then a count. Be limited between. I guess I could do a loop. It might give me a few more options. Then we'll do up 1 into mirror. And then, oh my gosh, I'm the worst. How did I even do that? I'm so skillful. Thank you. I would have been like that for a while. Okay. Mirror, and then what's the last thing in that network? It should be a null, I guess. Null 1. And then len, or sorry, dot len. Len goes at the beginning. Len dot inputs, or is it a switch? A comp one. Inputs. And then I gotta name this mirror. Okay, so when I D-pad up, oh fuck, hello. Sorry for cussing on stream. Welcome back. No, I think it's me. I'm just a little jumpy. My housemate just got back home. I've lived with them for multiple years. I should be more used to people saying hi. Don't know what that's about. Okay, so it should be on, off to on, increase count, increment amount should be -1, but it's not going down for some reason. Didn't hear anything because I was reading something. Okay, that's good. You've saved your ears. That just slipped right out. I don't know where that came from. What am I doing wrong? Why isn't this going back down? Oh, because I need to put a logic in between here. Logic. Re-up. Is it a logic? No, not a logic. Multitasking like 3 different convos, so I'm actually gonna split. Sorry, I can't be more helpful. No, you've been massively helpful. I really appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. See you next time. I'll let you know if I figure out my foolishness with OSC. There's something that gives me positive only. Is that a limit? Type. Yes, it is. Okay. Do that. Do that. Delete that. There we go. Now it goes up and down. All right, so this is going to be another no. D-pad. That is going to be paired with one per count. Okay, and then this is going to be OP / control and then what did I name it? Mirror count. There we go. Question mark. I might have some mirroring stuff going on somewhere in here. There it is. Okay, and then gonna be mirror on. Okay. The other thing was color. Somewhere in here is a button that controls color. That one. Practically 12 for you, so you're gonna go to sleep. Have a good rest of stream. Thank you much. I appreciate it, and I will. I think I'm actually almost done, nearly done. The only thing I want to do is slow down the scale factor. Do I have anything on these triggers yet? I don't. Why did I set them up? because I was gonna do color. Yeah. It might. I'm probably gonna I might switch up some of these parameters, but I think for right now I'm in a pretty good place. I don't want to burn myself out, and I got work tomorrow. But look at it. Oh, actually, there was some other thing that I was doing. Using like display stops. And then once I do all this, I need to crop it. And whatever the difference between parent width minus parent height over 2. And then I think it would be $1,000 minus that, maybe? No, that's not right. How many extra pixels is it between? Is it 1820 and 1280? Or 1920 and 1080? That should be right. Scaled to 1,000. Oh, you know what though? The input is 1,000, right? It would be that. So somewhere in here, my inputs get all messed up. These should be 1920 by 1920. Input 1. There we go. And everything down the line should have that same 1920 by 1920. So by the time I get over here, and I do parent width minus parent height over 2 for the bottom, that should be fine. And then I've got to do 1920 over here. So this resolution should be 1920 by 1080. All right. Pretty happy with that. Well, I think that's going to be all for tonight. Appreciate everyone who hung out. Thanks so much for doing that. And I'll see you next time. Goodbye.